Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome to something a little bit new, something a little bit different. Welcome to Sammy Jukes Twin Lakes. This is a soon-to-be released game from the 19th of September, so 4 days away. Big thank you to Wamil from the developer and publisher for sending us an early access key to be able to showcase this game to you. I like these kind of games. It's a little bit different to what we normally do, but I do kind of like them personally. So a little bit about this one. Where Detective Sammy Jukes is the man on the job when an anti-oil activist is reported missing in a small town of the new oil pipeline route. Talk to witnesses, shovel for evidence, wrestle with the wolves, and chase for chickens to find the truth to the first-person open-world adventure game. Now, the developer says it should take me a couple of hours probably to finish this, so we'll probably have to do this over a couple of streams. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Can't hope that we'll crack the case today, but at least we might get somewhere along the story. Good evening to everyone that's here so far. I actually didn't think many people would be here tonight. I thought you'd all be watching someone play TCG Card Shop, because that's the only thing I've had so many DMs today about. It's unreal. There will be videos of that coming this week, don't worry. But anyways, good evening to everyone that's here. Mad Skills, hello. Angel, Charlie Cliff, Grave Digger, I need to put my teeth in. Grave Digger, hello. Joyce, good evening. Now, good evening. Charlie Cliff, Mad Skills, saying the same names again, aren't I, really? Let's be honest. Random User Angel, Shannon, good evening. Devon, good evening. Steg, hello. Welcome to everybody. And thank you, Nano, for becoming a member as well. Much appreciated. Okay, so look, I haven't tried this game. I've stayed away from it. I've had it for a day or two now, and I've stayed away on purpose because I didn't want to kind of not know the story and stuff. So we'll see how we go. Stewie, good evening. Good evening. I have no idea how to say your name. But yeah, good evening. Anyway, so look, let's have a start. Let's see where we go with this. So basically, we know that the main principle of the story is there's a missing girl. And she's an anti-oil activist.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
What the hell are you doing, Jukes?
I don't think my desk has come in yet.
I'm on my lunch break, Chief.
Ah, forget about that. We just got a big case. It's from way up high.
Hey, Michael, good evening.
Oil pipeline they've been building over at the Rocky Mountains?
I don't follow the news that much.
Well, you better start. One of the protesters from some small town along the construction route went missing, and this media circus started creating all kinds of theories. My phone hasn't stopped
all the
ringing
media
since this thing went public. Senators from both parties, lobbyists, CEOs, you name it. Everybody's on the edge. I told them I'd put my best man on the job.
I really appreciate your trust on this, Chief. I won't let you down.
Don't try your tight five on me, Jukes. All the best detectives are assigned to important cases. You're all I have left.
Oh,
you
good.
have about 50% clearance rate. You've never showed any initiative, but never broke any rules either.
This guy won't look me in the eye and it's doing my head in.
You might be the most average detective this office has ever seen.
Oh, nice.
I don't know whether to fire you or give you a medal.
Thanks, Chief. I'll get on that as soon as I finish my lunch.
Lunch is for case closers, Jukes. Get your ass to Twin Lakes. Now!
Okay, interesting. Okay, so what can you tell me about the case? So we can ask a few questions. What do we got here? I suppose... Let's see what you can tell me about the town.
What can you tell me about the town?
It's just some one-horse town in the middle of nowhere. This is probably the only excitement they had in years.
I wouldn't really call someone being missing exciting, but okay.
Who is the missing person?
Some woman named Tammy Taylor. Looks like she was leading a protest group against the oil company. They were popular on the social media. Now we have some hashtag detectives trying to solve what happened to her without leaving their homes.
What can you tell me about the case?
Like I told you, a protester went missing. It happened just as the construction reached her town.
Do you reckon if I piss him off, he'll fire me before we even have to go out?
Locals will fill you in on the details.
Senators, huh? What makes this case so high profile?
Now, some people speculate that the oil company might have played a part in the disappearance. These are just rumors. Don't go around making wild accusations while you're there.
But that's the best thing.
The investors call in on the campaign donations. Then the politicians call me. You know how it works.
You don't really mean that average stuff, do you? I'm a pretty good detective.
Let it go, Jukes. Now is your chance to prove me wrong.
The old CSI game vibes, yeah. I used to have that on like the Nintendo Wii and stuff. I used to love those games. Hey, Steve. Brought the popcorn for the jump scares. Hopefully there's no jump scares. Right, we're heading out. Home of the Grizzly Moose. So Twin Lakes, isn't that Colorado? Is that the kind of theme?
Can I help you with something?
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I've been assigned here to solve a missing person case.
This guy looks
God damn
broken.
it. Those media assholes. I appreciate you coming all this way and all, but I assure you everything is under control. You can just go back to the city. We got this.
I'm sure you do, but since I'm already here, I might as well take a look around, if you don't mind.
Do what you like. Talk to Deputy Jones if you need anything. I'll be in my office.
What a warm welcome.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Detective. I'm
Oh, he's a happy
Deputy
guy.
Ethan Jones. How can I help you today?
Well, you can start by filling me in on the case.
We don't have a lot of details. Tammy Taylor, a local woman, was reported missing by her mother 2 days ago. Sheriff thinks she's just doing this to cause drama.
Why?
Well, you see, they've been building this oil pipeline in town. Some of the locals organized a
Very good evening.
protest group. They've been causing trouble ever since.
The sheriff did a
you
game
speak to
over.
the family and friends.
The sheriff said we didn't need to. He says she'll run back home when she's finally bored.
The sheriff
If you
is
wanna
in on
talk to
it.
them, you can find the father, Rick, at the gas station. Her mother, Karen, is probably at the community center. She's been
For the
holding a
greater
vigil for her
good.
daughter. You can also try to speak to the protesters. They turned an old trailer over by the old mill road into an office.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Good luck, Detective. I'm
This has
sure
Hot
the
Fuzz
sheriff's right and there's
vibes all
nothing
over
to
it.
solve,
The
but
greater
if you need a
good.
search warrant, come see me. I'll
Yeah,
call
very
the
young
judge
Burt
and sort
Reynolds.
that out for you.
Right. Search warrant. I'll come see you.
Good hunting.
Alright, I'm on my own. There's a dog there. Hello, doggo.
Good boy.
Does the dog follow me? Alright, it hasn't really said much what we can do here. Case journal. Let's have a look. We got nothing. People. Tammy Taylor. Nothing in my inventory. So, we need to... I should have listened harder. Something about going down to the sheriff's office. That's the church. Cemetery, town hall. Fire department. Baseball field. Radio towers. Farms. Shall we go down to the pipeline? I don't know if I got the right way.
Welcome to Twin Lakes Supermarket.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Hey, Hot Wheels, good evening.
I really don't want to talk about my sister again.
Oh, so the sister.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Mary Lynn Taylor. I live with my parents at Williams Road.
Okay, Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I work at the grocery store. Ugh, I hate myself for saying that.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
This place is disgusting.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my stupid sister. I bet she's not missing at all. Probably just left and never told anybody.
Maybe she did
I
it.
take it you're not very close?
Is it that obvious that I hate her for ruining my life?
Oh my god, motive. Don't give me motive. These
She spent
people are
all the
stupid.
money Daddy had on some dumb art college. Now I can't afford to leave this freaking town.
Well, there we go. Motive. It's all good.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Yes, it's very unusual how she gets like all the attention. She's so basic. I could have been an artist or whatever too if we didn't go broke paying for Tammy's art school in New York.
She's so gonna end up on OnlyFans or something, isn't she?
Who would know more about Tammy?
Everybody knows her.
The whole town probably isn't on
I'm
it.
sure of that.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I suspect her. She's just doing this to get attention. She's been known to take off and not tell anybody. Ever since she was little, she would just go off camping in the forest without telling our parents and come back the next day like nothing happened.
All right, we got motive from Miss Mary Lynn. We'll be back. Okay. What is in this? Oh, we can fast travel. Ah, kind of handy. Right, we are going the right way. Now, she said she lives on Williams Road, so does she live down here?
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
Okay, we'll head down to where they're building the oil stuff. Okay, who's this?
You think I want to be in this town?
Hang on, I should hide around the corner.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I can't stop you, can I?
Well, you could probably plead the fifth or something.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Mr. Stillman. Aw, hell, you can call me Paul. Since I can tell we're gonna be such good friends. I don't live in this town.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm an oil man. I have many wells flowing at many thousand barrels. Would you like to meet my deaf son?
Hey, isn't that from...
Just fucking with you. I'm not gonna quote your movie lines all day. What I do is make sure this damn pipeline gets built in time and on budget.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
Well, just about the loveliest place I've ever been to. Can't wait to visit again. That was sarcastic. You got that, right?
Yeah, so you don't like the place?
We should have moved on weeks ago. Now they're talking about canceling the project. Just because some kids with too much time on their hands needed attention they didn't get from their mothers.
Damn. Doug, good evening. He's the YMCA man.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We are a great big family. She visits me all the time. You're wondering, would I be happy if she and that gang of anachronistic hippies just vanished into thin air? The answer is yes. Would I do anything about it? The answer is no.
That's kind of what
Guilty,
I was
Your Honor.
thinking, yes. Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
It's been a pretty standard week for me. Unemployed yet surprisingly well-equipped group of activists are trying to ruin my life's work. Head office is on my behind about the missing deadlines. All my crew deserted me. You know, it's just Tuesday for me.
Who would know more about Tammy?
No idea.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Not really. I don't know any of these people, and I aim to keep it that way.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They are certainly better equipped than my little group called How Will You Feed Your Family Without a Functioning Transportation Network? I admit, it's not as catchy as the one they have.
You don't like them?
They are the bane of my existence. This was a 2-week town. I've been here for 3 months. I had to rent a house in this dump because of them.
I bet you that was his
I haven't
house.
golfed in a month. A month.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's the greatest public service American people have received since the railroads. If we ever finish it. Construction stopped since that girl went missing. The head office thinks it'll be a PR disaster if we don't do something soon.
Where are all the workers?
My trusted and loyal colleagues decided to wait at St. Newman's. They have better bars, apparently.
All right. He didn't give me very much there, did he? Hey, good evening from Norway. Well, hello, Norway. Did his crew desert him, or did they bury it under the concrete? Everyone's very sus. I think that's how it's going to be, isn't it? Everybody's going to be kind of in on it. Oh, hang on, there's a fella here just...
I never should have joined this shit.
Well, the love machine himself. We'll go talk to him in a second. Let's just have a little nose around.
Well, I can dig holes with this.
Oh, I can now dig holes. We can dig up the bodies. Right, there doesn't seem to be much else around here, so we'll go talk to the love machine himself.
I don't even care about oil.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Dude, you finally came.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Dave Walker. I live in the fucking trailer park, man. The green trailer's mine.
Alright, he lives in the green trailer.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Chained myself to this fucking pipe until Tammy's found, and nobody can find her. Fucking asshole Greg was supposed to free me. He says he lost the key. I'm deep in mud. I'm wet. I have a fever. You gotta help me, man.
How?
Find the key, man. I'll do anything you want. I can help you find Tammy. For real. Just let me out of here.
I'll see what I can do.
Greg's at the No More Oil office. Go straight from here. Then turn right to the main street. Cut right through the post office. It's this shitty trailer. Man, I'm great at directions and shit.
Where is your key, Dave?
Greg was supposed to bring it. He's the asshole at the No More Oil office.
Alright, so we need to go to this office, past the post office. Where's the bloody post office? There must be this park here, right?
I'll never be dry again.
Right, we'll leave him there for now.
If you're such an expert, you get your clown ass down here and I'll return to the office.
Can we just not knock on the doors and crap?
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
It's the one kind of park, but there's somebody standing in the pissing rain.
Don't ruin my light.
God. You know, there's social influencers and there's people that do streaming and gaming and that, and I'm just so glad I'm not on that side of the barrier. I'm just happy to sit at my desk and play games. Old Mill Road. Oh, okay. To the left of the post office. Right, we'll go there in a second. We'll see what Samantha has.
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I'm like busy right now.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Samantha Cash. I live in the pink house next to the park. Don't you come to my house like a pervert, okay?
Okay.
God.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm the pink bubble. Don't you have internet?
Huh? What?
God, you must be like 1,000 years old. I'm like the 5th most famous internet personality in my area code.
5th?
I hate those cats.
Oh, don't talk about the cats. Hope they're not eating them in this state.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's like the most boring place on earth. I'm out of here as soon as I hit 1 million followers.
How many do you have now?
258.
It's very exciting to meet a celebrity. What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Tam Tam, she is like my best friend. I can't believe she's missing. I posted 10 times already. Hashtag sad.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
2 days ago, I was here taking some nighttime photos, and I heard gunshots coming from the other side of Long Lake.
Where exactly?
Like, near the construction and stuff.
Did you report it to the sheriff?
Ew, I don't want to talk to that pig.
Right, so we now need to go look for bullets down by the construction zone, and nobody likes the pig.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I'm like her BFF.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
She would never leave this town without telling me first. I haven't heard from her forever.
How long is forever?
Like 2 days. If something happens to her, I will be sad
There you go,
forever.
she's gonna be sad.
So go find her!
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
That's Tammy's little cause. I find it boring. I think she should leave that to garbage people and make videos with me.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
They make so much noise sometimes, it ruins my videos.
Sounds like my dogs.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Yes, like 2 days ago. Bam, bam, bam! Right across the park at the other side of the Long Lake.
Have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
Ew, no.
Hey, Harold, good evening. Okay, so the other side of Long Lake, somewhere down here, I think we need to go and have a little look in a second. Post office, she said down the main street, turn right at the post office. Oh, no more oil. It's going to be here, isn't it? Alright. You know what, let's go to the diner first, because that's where the gossip would all be, in this huge, massively busy diner. But if anyone's going to know the
I
gossip,
just put a fresh pot of coffee.
it's going to be this lady, Addie.
I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you
Just
some
Jace, good evening.
questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You came to the right place
Too
for
stupid
lunch,
to be plans going on.
dear.
They're sometimes the ones you got to watch, though.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Patty Williams. I live right across the diner with my husband, Earl.
What can you tell me about yourself?
If you're hungry, come see me.
Boy, I
Best
said if you're
burgers
horny.
in town.
Jesus Christ.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
This place used to be packed during lunch. Now everybody's bringing a sandwich to work.
That's what inflation
They
does.
just don't understand a good burger. I've seen what they eat at those barbecue parties at the park.
I was gonna, did you know about Love Machine?
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She is such a nice young woman. She does all those paintings you see around town. I hope you find her soon.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
There's
There
those pies.
was an awful lot of noise coming over from the construction site. Almost sounded like gunshots.
When was this?
Couple of days ago.
Nobody seems to really care about
Who
this,
would
do
know
they?
more about Tammy?
My son Greg runs this club with her. They don't want anyone to use any oil. I only use lard anyway. Ha!
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Could be anybody. Murderous hitchhikers, drug addicts, clowns in the sewer. You never know.
Damn.
What can you tell me about the no
I have to
more
put clowns on my list.
That's my son Greg. He works there full time, yet he's still unemployed. Isn't modern life curious?
This Greg fella might be someone we need to speak to.
What can you tell
Maybe
me
he
about
got
the
jealous.
oil pipeline construction in town?
Awful lot of noise. At least they stopped for a couple of days.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Yes, like I said, there was an awful lot of noise coming from there.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
No, sweetie.
Okay, she doesn't know much about the Love Machine. Right, we need to go see her son Greg, obviously. So we're currently here. We just got to run around a little bit. We will go back to the construction site after we've spoken to Greg. There's going to be a fat ass fence there. No. It's good. Ooh. This is the mechanic.
Hey there, fella.
Earl.
Hi,
He's only got one
I'm
arm.
Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Sure, go ahead.
It might be too scary to live in these people's sewers. I bet there's some secrets hiding around these
Could
small
you tell me your
villages.
name and address?
Earl Williams. I live right across the shop.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm
Oh,
the
we got
town
search
mechanic.
permission granted.
I know what you're thinking. How does he work with one arm?
What happened to your arm?
Funny thing, actually. I have lost it at the local bar over some dumb bet. I know it's not exactly your job, but if you could get my arm back from Scott, I'd be really grateful. The bar is at the end of the park road.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll
Let's
even
go get his
help you
arm
out
back.
with some two-arm requiring jobs. It's prosthetic, but it works just like the real thing. Also, take whatever you need from the garage or the house.
Okay, so he's given me permission to enter his house. Addy, you haven't missed too much yet. We're just getting going.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's the best place to go fishing if you're not hungry.
Why not?
Oh, lake's been dredged a few years ago looking for a dead body. Didn't find anything, but the chemicals killed almost all the fish.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Missing? Where did she go?
I don't know yet.
Well, you better find her.
Very helpful, thank you.
I'd slap this man.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
It's colder than usual for this time of year.
So,
It's unusual, like you said.
Oh my god.
who would know more about Tammy?
She's in the tree club with my son Greg. He's smart as a whip. I bet he can help you out.
I bet he did it.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
Maybe the wolves got her?
Wolves?
I hope not.
Okay, clowns and wolves. That's our top lead right now, and Greg.
What can you tell me about the
And the
No
Love
More
Machine.
Oil Group?
That's my boy Greg's little club.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Terrible for the fish. They dump all kinds of junk into the lake.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
It weren't me, I'll tell you that much. It's illegal to shoot fish around here ever since that incident back in '85.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
Nope.
Where can I find your arm again?
It's at Scott's bar. Follow the street from right around here. It's right before the lumber yard.
Okay, so it does look like we're probably allowed into this house. He gave us permission. So now we need to go sniffing. Paddy Williams, okay. If you have enough time to poison the unsuspecting folks in Twin Lakes with your cooking, you have enough time to pay your damn bills. Okay, so they need money. Oh, it's my footsteps. I thought there was like someone banging, like they're stuck in like a fridge or something. Jesus Christ. Really starting to crap my pants. For me, this is suspiciously clean. Whose house is really this clean? Tell you now, mine ain't. Wish it was.
I can make things shiny.
I've just stolen the paint from his house. Okay, the bar and grill. We'll make our way around, I suppose. See if we can get the arm back.
all hours are happy if you're drunk.
Now that's something I can get on board with.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Yeah? You got a warrant to ask me a question?
I don't need a warrant to ask you a question.
That's so. Well, I know my rights, so don't go asking nothing I don't want to tell you.
Earl the mechanic would like his arm back.
Shit. I only took it as a joke.
He changed it pretty
I
quick.
was gonna give it back the next day. Then I went hunting in the forest. This huge fucking wolf comes out of nowhere. Can't fucking shoot the damn thing with all these animal protection laws. So I just left all my shit there and ran back to town. The arm wasn't there when I came back. The wolf must have took it. I swear I didn't throw it in the lake this time. I kinda like Earl, actually.
A wolf?
It looked at me like it knew me. Scariest shit ever.
Oh, right, okay.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Scott Cooper. They call me the Big Bear around these parts.
Do they really?
Yeah. That make you jealous or something? I live at the trailer park. It's the red one, right up front.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I ran the bar. You want a drink?
No, I'm on the clock.
So what? My brother's the sheriff.
Oh, the brother's the sheriff. It's always that with families. One's to do with the law and the other one's completely against the law.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's becoming a total shithole. One of these days, I'm just gonna pack my shit and move to the woods, like Jim Bob did.
Fair enough.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
Search warrants are available.
Traitors. Hating oil means you hate America. All of them should hang, if you ask me.
That's a violent threat.
Yeah? Fuck them. If I see one of those little shits with a sign again, I'm gonna blast them to hell.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that
But
might
he's
be
got
related to
guns.
Tammy's disappearance?
Ha! Good riddance. That snobby bitch and her friends never drank here anyway.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I bet all those guys from her I Hate Oil club know her very well. They're all fuck the police types. You won't get much out of them.
And here you are, so helpful to the police.
You're welcome.
He's like proud of himself.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I know what's been happening. Those baby-eating lizards in Washington finally showed their true faces. You can listen all about it on the Face of the Truth podcast.
I meant about Tammy.
Who gives a damn about her?
Are you on drugs?
Just some Lobodins and whiskey. Nothing major.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Those smug globalist assholes. One day I'm gonna go down to that little trailer and give them all a lead surprise right in their fucking heads.
Are you seriously threatening to kill them?
Fucking A! I'll do it one day. You'll see.
Well, this guy looks pretty damn guilty right now.
Gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night.
Must be a rich asshole to waste bullets like that in this fucking inflation.
Have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
Ain't got it.
Where did you say the arm was?
Like I said, a huge angry wolf with big sharp teeth ran away with it. I'm sticking to my story no matter what.
Well, okay. We can get some search warrants. We'll get back to that in a minute. I wanna go to the No More Oil place first. Then we'll go back and see if we get some of these warrants or some of the things that we've already heard. And I want to go back down here because that's where they said they heard the gunshot. So.
This looks dangerous. This This looks dangerous.
So this kid has a gun. I told you, he's a jealous type.
I'll never stop fighting for the environment.
It was so him. Look, he's already lost all his hairline, and he's not even in his 20s yet. He's lost the top of his head. I mean, I'm getting to that same level now, but at least I've had a couple more years in me than this guy. He so did it. I'd be that miserable too.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Ah, the theater begins.
Could you tell me your name and address?
I'm Greg Williams, and I live at Old Mill Road next to this office. That's all I'm legally required to tell you. I know my rights.
That's okay. I doubt you have much information anyway.
Hey man, I have a ton of fucking information, okay?
Okay. What can you tell me about yourself?
I bet you already have a huge file on me. The feds always do.
Why don't you refresh my memory?
I'm with the No More Oil Collective. We are here to stop the destruction of our town by the oil companies.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's my town, and I'm not gonna let anyone destroy it.
That's very dramatic.
I mean that literally. Once that pipeline is finished, there won't be a town left. They're going to bulldoze the whole thing except for some lakeside houses.
And how does he know that?
Can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She was our everything, man. The face of the movement.
Well, it definitely wasn't his ugly mug, was it?
Stuff.
Why the past tense?
Don't kid yourself, man. We know she's been killed by the oil goons.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Unusual? Man, they burned her fucking house down the same night she went missing.
What do you think happened?
I think she was
Isn't
probably
it
murdered in the
obvious?
house, no?
The oil goons did it.
Who would know more about Tammy?
What good is talking to you? You're just a tool of violence the capitalists use to oppress the working class.
And what sort of work do you do?
I tell the truth, man. It's a full-time job.
God.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil Group?
We are protecting the Earth. We're the last bastion of humanity against the corpo-fascist genocide.
Are you the leader?
Omsi Sim,
We're an
they
anarcho-syndicalist
haven't updated it
community.
yet.
You can't lead an idea. You can only share it.
Where is that from?
It's all original, man. I'm a fucking poet.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's all the fucking chemicals. They made my hair fall out. I used to have thick, luscious hair, like a horse's mane.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
God.
seems important.
It is. How are we supposed to live up to these unattainable male beauty standards? Skinny, balding vegan men are discriminated against all the time.
We were talking about the pipeline.
What am I
It's
playing?
the establishment, man. They're all part of it.
Yeah,
The
man.
oil pipeline is just the start.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
They must have fucking shot her, man.
Don't jump to conclusions so quickly. Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It's obvious the oil company goons set that fire. It's a classic suppression tactic. They did the same thing back in the 20s.
What do they do?
They burned down my tent back in 21.
Ha, those 20s.
I'm never going back to Burning Man.
Have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
He promised to stay there until Tammy's murderers have been brought to justice. Don't cut him loose before then.
So you know where the key is?
I lost it near the pig farm. Those pigs scared me, man. They must have sensed that I'm vegan.
Do you have a license for that shotgun?
I don't have a license, but I've been getting death threats. Don't leave me unprotected, please.
I have to confiscate that.
Fascism strikes again. You might as well kill me yourself at this point.
Okay, so we're going to take the gun. Okay, no more oil manifesto. Our chief goal is to stop the use of oil. Second chief goal is to stop the construction of the Rocky Mountains XXL pipeline. Our third chief goal is to protect our forest. Also very important goals to make sure Twin Lakes isn't destroyed. Ducks also need protection. What? All members must memorize our chief goals. No making fun of anyone for being skinny or bald. Everybody must obey the non-leader Greg. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Well, he was a charming dude, wasn't he? So, I'm currently here. Where is the pig farm? Must be down here at the farm. Okay, let's go back to the sheriff's office. We'll get some of those warrants.
Save the trees!
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Hello, Detective. How can I help you?
Could you tell me your name and address?
My name is Mike Normal, and I live at Old Mill Road, across from the No More Oil office.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm just in town to protest this billion-dollar piece of infrastructure project.
You have a very odd way of talking.
I'm just a normal guy. Ha ha!
What can you tell me about
He's a bit weird, isn't he?
I'm only in town to support my associates in violent protest. No more oil. That's the motto.
You don't seem violent.
You just wait. Wink, wink.
Why did you say wink instead of just winking?
You notice all the details, Detective.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's the real head of our organization here in Twin Lakes.
I thought you were more of a collective.
Nope, she's the top dog. Greg is second in command.
And you?
Oh, I'm just a guy helping out. Don't mind me.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I'm sure you'll find her soon, Detective.
Mike Normal, the normal guy, that's it.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
Yeah, he's very vague compared to the
What do you
others.
suspect happened to Tammy?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
We are at war with the American oil industry.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It'll never get finished if we have a say in it.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
So this guy is completely useless.
About Tammy's house burning down.
I'm sure it was just a gas leak or something. Don't worry.
Hey, Zoe.
That's what I always say.
You don't seem like a guy who says that.
Ha! You should be a comedian, Detective.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
I wish I could help you with that. Sorry.
Okay, bit of a strange one, that one, isn't it?
The sheriff says I can take his job when he retires.
So what normally happens when you're deputy.
I have more questions.
Hi there, detective.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Certainly, detective. I'm Deputy Ethan Jones. I live in the trailer at the Park Road.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I have no report of this.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It just suddenly went whoosh. Super weird is what the sheriff said.
What caused the fire?
We have no idea. Feel free to check out the trailer park yourself.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
Can't help you there. Sorry.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search Scott Cooper's house.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant to the person you want to search.
Right, that's about as useful as they're going to be for now. Yay, Doggo's coming. Okay, what I think we should do is head back down here via the farm to find the key by the pigs. I'm assuming this is...
Those pigs can go through.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Don't step on the crops.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Name's Enoch Griffin. Live right here. Don't call me Nucky.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I don't bother nobody. Nobody ought to bother my pigs. Now go on, get.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
I saw that skinny boy drop it. You ain't
Whoa.
getting my farm. Not
Hey,
after
Zoe.
the sheriff stole
Come remember.
my
Thank you.
shine
Much
steel.
appreciated.
Say maybe, if you got that steel back, we could work out a deal.
Okay, I completely forgot. I didn't even listen to what he said now.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
I saw that skinny boy drop it. You ain't getting in my farm. Not after the sheriff stole my shine steel. Say maybe, if you got that steel back, we could work out a deal.
Okay, I need to go get his moonshine back. What is it, bud? What can you see? Maybe it was fed to the pigs. She was fed to the pigs. Wouldn't surprise me. You know, pigs will eat a human, no problem. Alright, we need to go and get his moonshine back. Well, there is one way. I mean, we could kill the pigs and whatever else. Right, where is the bloody sheriff?
I wasn't sleeping.
Look at this asshole.
I have more questions.
Welcome back, Detective. I hope you won't be here too long. We wouldn't want those city boys missing you.
Sheriff, the old farmer needs his moonshine still back.
I threw it in the trash. It stunk up the station.
And have you seen Dave's key? He's the man chained to the oil pipe.
Don't worry about it. He'll let himself out when it's time.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
We don't have an official fire department. Unfortunately, not a lot of people volunteer for it these days. I would do it if it weren't for my bad back.
Did you inspect the ruins?
Sure did. Not a sign of a person.
Thank
Case
you.
closed.
That's it.
What caused the fire?
The flames?
Oh, these people. You know, it's enough just to drive you not wanting to do your job.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I swear it wasn't me. I have my drinking under control now. My days of shooting up the moon are over.
Right. Let's just go.
I have more.
Didn't mean to click on
You
him.
about done yet?
Let's go get the moonshine. It's in the bin. The dog keeps barking at crap now. What are you barking at? Well, if you threw it in the trash, where the frig is the trash?
Our town has seen better days.
This keypad needs a jolt of power. This is a private area.
Interesting.
I have...
Of course.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search the farm near the Southern Pipeline construction site.
What is the reasonable suspicion?
I need to shovel through some pig shit to find a key. He won't let me pass.
Detective, I don't think I can ask the judge that. I have to live here, you know? I'll always be known as the pig shit guy. Please, don't make me do this.
That's fair. I'll think of something else.
Where's the friggin' bin?
They hide the key in the flower pot. They hide the key in the flower pot.
Why can't I pick it up?
They hide the key in the flower pot.
Probably down at the recycling center, right? Okay. Man, what if I just find a body now in a minute?
This can fix a fuse box. It's the farmer's still.
Did you look?
I have more.
Do it quick.
I have your still.
That ain't how I left it. Look at this junk. When that bastard took it, you could see your face like a mirror. It was so shiny. Deal's off. You ruined my sign.
Now what the frig am I supposed to do? Gotta find a damn... How am I supposed to find a damn key?
I have.
Do it.
Never.
I saw that skinny boy drop.
I have your.
That ain't.
Right, have I got to shine the damn thing up?
I have.
Do it.
I shined your still. It's good as new.
Oh, ho, mama. Time to get to work. You go on back there and do your thing.
Okay, I've got to go in with the pigs.
It's the key to Dave's chains.
Okay, well, there's no evidence of any bodies. Right, there's two things I want to do down here. One, free the love machine.
Well, tell Janet to go fuck herself.
I never.
I have more. Huh? Well, I have your key, Dave.
You're a lifesaver, man.
I have more.
Huh?
Did I ask him all these things?
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Not today. Nah.
Freaking useful.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
Man, that shit never would have happened if I was with her, you know? I live right across her.
You weren't with her?
She won't let me in the trailer. Says I'm more like an outside acquaintance.
Yeah, an outside
Right,
acquaintance.
too. I'm a free spirit. I can't be chained down.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
It's a fine start, man. We have this serious issue, though.
What's the issue?
Diversity, bro. It's just so many dudes right now. That ain't right. We need, like, more chicks taking up the mantle or whatever. These are terrible times for activists, man. Now the 60s and 70s. Those were some good times. All kinds of action back then. Everybody got some.
I'm glad to see you care so much about this oil issue. Who would know more about Tammy?
That pink chick and her are real close, man. I bet they do all kinds of French shit when I'm alone. I'm not invited, though. Fucking sucks.
I feel for you.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We kind of worked together on the No More Oil protest. I was gonna stay chained to this pipe until she is safely returned.
How's that working out for you?
I just took a break. I'll go back in these chains as soon as the rain stops. That's the kind of devoted, considerate guy I am. I bet she'll appreciate that when she gets back.
Right. Where's my dog? You're barking at crap. What are you barking at, doggo?
Good boy.
I don't even care about oil.
I have more questions.
Huh?
Alright, I think we should go down to the lake side of things. Oh, hello. Footprints. Well, now what? Probably like in one of these containers or something. Right, we got a warrant to somebody's house, didn't we? Maybe we
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Maybe we should do that next. Pretty sure it's his warrant. What's all the letter all about?
I'm really tired of holding this sign.
The post office is closed. The post office is closed. I have...
Yeah, I don't think he has anything to help me with. Maybe she meant over here. Alright, let's go up to him first. Let's go search his house. Oh yeah, the fuse. Yeah, that's for the door. Okay, we'll go there next after this.
I'm gonna turn. Well,
Scott Cooper, I have a warrant to search your house.
God fucking damn it. Not again. You can't even joke about shit anymore. The woke mob ruined this country.
You just said you would have liked to kill the missing person.
It was a figure of speech. It's not like I'm gonna kill somebody and hide her in my trailer.
You wouldn't.
No. I would just bury her in the forest. God damn it, that came out wrong. I didn't fucking do it.
Where does he live?
I have...
Well...
Could you tell me your name and address? Do they...
Yeah, I live at...
Could you...
Names?
Do they...
Yeah, I live at the trailer park. It's the red one.
Okay, it's the red one. The red trailer park. Okay. The mobile home. So that's here. I feel like he's too stupid to be the killer now. Oh, this is where Scott Cooper lives. Okay, so from Jeb's Drink. Some comes to our attention that you've been defaming our flagship product, Jeb's Soy Beer, on social media. We find this behavior very unprofessional and simply surprising. We're one of our top customers by the volume per capita index. We just find it puzzling that you accuse our product of ruining your hormone balance, yet you keep buying it. We'd like to assure all our customers that Jeb's Beer has no such side effects. Please stop spreading misinformation. David Gruel. I guess you didn't get mad emails. I've been trying real hard to find your actual address. I think this is this time. A random real cool bars called Scott's. It's a real chill place. We do live music too. I think it'd be great if you guys can drop in sometime. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I think this guy is a bit of a lunatic. We might find a gun or something though. Ooh. Okay, sheriff report. El the mechanic fake arm the bar. El says my dumbass brother Scott Cooper tried to blow up his garage over some argument on baseball. The fireworks didn't go off because the fuse wasn't fitted in properly. Anyway, I took the rest of his fireworks to show I don't play favorites in this town. Okay. Yeah, we found another gun. I'm not allowed to pick it up though, which is a bit weird. Well, how the frig does he shower in this house? I love that you're barking. I just wish I knew what you're barking at.
A burnt up device. I can pry open doors with this. Tammy's painting were burned. Tammy's painting were burned.
Do they all share this bathtub? Bathhouse. Right, we'll go back to the police station then and unlock the door.
No more oil! No more oil!
The post office is closed. This keypad needs a jolt of power. This keypad needs a jolt of power. This keypad needs a jolt. This is a private area.
Apparently, my battery's not enough.
This keypad needs a jolt of power.
Most people are terrible with money.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Welcome to Twin Lakes Bank. Are you here for a reverse mortgage?
Could you tell me your name and address?
Laura Carter, Old Mill Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I work at the bank. Do you need a loan?
Not right now. What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my niece. My sister spoiled her too much. She's never in one place for too long. Always has some different cause she's fighting for.
Damn dog's barking again.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
What's the point? It won't be here for long.
Why is that?
The pipeline goes right through the town, so most of it will be demolished soon. Only thing left will be some lakeside land. Most of us got a good settlement to move away.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my niece. Like, she's never in one place for...
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
My daughter says I don't listen. I guess she's right.
Who would know more about Tammy?
Other than her parents, I can't really say.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
If she had a loan payment, I bet the bank would find her in no time.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Nothing much.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
It's been really good for me. They made a generous offer to buy my house. I'm sure the others got good deals as well. That's why you only see the young people protesting. They should have moved out a long time ago. This town doesn't even have a school.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
Not really.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house?
Can you climb the boxes at the back of the post office? Oh, okay, we'll have a look now in a second.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing much.
Save the trees!
A trapdoor for roof access. A trapdoor for roof access. A trapdoor for roof access.
Why won't you let me in?
A trapdoor for roof access.
Right, we're not allowed in there yet, obviously.
I wish I had an exciting...
I have...
Of course.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Can't help you there. Sorry.
I have... You... What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Damn it. Why did you remove that? You're supposed to put a yellow band around it and don't touch it. I don't even want to look at it.
Did you investigate before putting the yellow line?
The forensic experts will be down here in a week to take a look at it. Don't worry.
This guy is guilty, isn't he? This is...
I have more questions.
You about done?
There's something definitely going on with him.
This keypad needs a jolt of power.
Right, well, who the hell would we go to next? I'm thinking maybe if we go to the fire department, maybe someone might be there. Or we could go check in with God. Okay, I'm not sure I want to know what's going on in here.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You are most welcome in this house of God, my son. The donation box is next to the door.
Ah, you're a good old prophet of Jesus.
They call me Father Young, and my home is here. My legal name is Jerry Young. I live right behind the church, past the cemetery at Park Road. Not identifying yourself to an officer can be a misdemeanor in this state. Up to 12 months and a fine.
You know a lot about the law, Father.
My son, to guide your flock toward Jesus, you must know the laws of the Lord, as well as the laws of men.
Amen. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm a mere shepherd guiding my flock to find God and make a profit. I lead the dividend of the Christ Church. Perhaps you have seen our videos online.
Not really, no.
I did have a troubled past, where I only took and took. When I was locked up, God showed me the way to take as well as give back. That's what I do now.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
I'm sorry to say she wasn't a churchgoer. Those who don't follow the Lord will find themselves 6 feet under, with no light to guide them.
She's buried.
That's harsh.
It's easy to fix. Get a crucifix flashlight from our website for only $19.99.
Oh, God.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I did not. My one-on-one sessions take too much of my time to pay attention to the town drama.
Who would know more about Tammy?
I'm sure her mother will answer all the questions you have. She is the biggest donor the church has in this town. I wish I could help her. She set up a vigil at the community center.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I cannot make such accusations.
First person to speak any truth.
I do not follow such earthly
Hey,
matters.
so G-Get, thank you. Much appreciated.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
I do not follow such earthly matters.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I did not.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
I only wish that she is safe. I hope it's not arson. That's a serious felony that'll ruin your life. Up to 12 years.
What makes you say it was arson?
Since this construction started, our gas has been cut off more often than not. So gas buildup and explosion is unlikely.
There we go. He's giving us something.
She's not a smoker. Her mother would surely buy her the Quit Smoking Through Jesus package we offer.
You sure know a lot about this, Father.
Burning a house down to collect insurance is a serious crime, my son. Insurance inspectors will see right through that.
Well, he talked a little bit of
I have
sense.
more
Oh.
questions.
Every time I go to walk away, I press E instead of W. Alright, the community centre. That is the building here. They've not been in there yet, and that's where her mother may be hiding.
What if it's too late?
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Finally. What took you so long? Do you have any idea how long we have been waiting? She could be dead now because of you.
Chances are, for the first 24 hours, she's going to be dead anyways.
Tell me your name and address.
Yes. I'm Karen Taylor, Tammy's mother. We have a house at the end of Williams Road.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I have been calling your office since Tammy's house was on fire. My baby's house burned down, and she is nowhere to be found. Nobody is even investigating. I asked for the best detectives. Are you the best they had? Are you one of those genius detectives?
Sherlock Holmes, love.
I'm sorry to say, I'm not some magical detective that's going to smoke a pipe and look at some fabric to find out who the killer is. However, I promise you, I will do anything in my power to find your daughter.
That's good. At least somebody cares.
She makes a good point. Nobody does seem to care.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's just another unremarkable small town that nobody cares about.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's been very busy ever since she moved back into town. Her old stuff is in our house if you need to take a look.
Yeah,
Okay, so she's giving us permission to the house
what
now.
was she busy with?
For one thing, she is an activist working with the anti-oil group. That caused a lot of friction with the oil people. She would sometimes go camping by herself. I don't think that's it this time. She always told me before going, this is something different.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Nobody seems to care. The sheriff won't move his butt to do anything. That deputy is as useless as a hat on a moose. Nobody is looking for my baby.
I am.
They said her phone was at home while it burned, yet she wasn't there. Who would leave their phone at home in this day and age?
That is suspicious. Who would know more about Tammy?
She was always very popular. You can talk to her high school friends, Aiden and Samantha. Then there's all the no more oil people.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
If I did, I would do something about it.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They are Tammy's little group. Hattie's boy, Greg, and that orange boy are with her. Also, some other people I never met.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Tammy often went there to put up signs. Those construction people were always trying to stop her. They are building the South Pipeline now.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline?
This is one
last
way to
night?
freak her out.
Oh, God. Don't tell me it was her.
Don't get excited. We don't know anything yet. Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning
Takeda,
down?
good evening.
There is no real fire station in town. Some of the men gather in the volunteers department. They could barely put out the fire. Nobody knows how it started. Only thing we know is she wasn't inside, thank the Lord.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing helpful.
Okay, where does she live?
Yes, we have a house at the end of Williams Road.
House at the end of Williams Road. This house. Or which end? Okay, she wasn't massively helpful. Let's see if this house down this end was hers. Yeah, exactly. There was no phone. See, this changes to a different...
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house. I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
Enoch Griffin is there. Okay, clearly it was down the other side.
I'll wait a couple of weeks. It'll be cheaper.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Detective.
Could you tell me your name and address?
Certainly. Rick Taylor at your service. You can find me at the end of the Williams Road, if I'm not at work, which doesn't happen often. It's right near the big lake. Best house in town. Can't miss it.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's a quiet little town. Lived here all my life. Never saw anything bad happen.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Rick Taylor, as you know. I own this gas station. I'm also building those lake houses you might have seen. You might say I'm the town entrepreneur. Not that there's much competition.
Lake House is right next to an oil pipeline. Interesting.
That's right. You can fill your boat up right from the source. I'm just fooling around. There won't actually be any fuel stations. People are very litigious these days.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
She's my daughter. I know you will follow any leads regardless of what I say. But I don't think my daughter is missing. My wife is overreacting, as always. Tammy always had a bad habit of running away for a few days and coming back like nothing even happened.
Any idea where she might be this time?
If you ask me, I'd say she's currently visiting some college friends.
Do you know which friends?
Not really. If you think it would help, feel free to search her old room at our house. Just take a left before you enter the main street, and it'll take you right to our house.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related
Did he do
to
it?
Tammy's disappearance?
There was this big commotion about her house burning down a few days ago.
You don't seem too worried, sir.
Now, I'm not saying she did it herself, although knowing my daughter, she may have done a burning the ships move, a promise to herself that she's never coming back here again. She's dramatic like that. Anyway, I own the land. We won't be pressing charges.
Who would know more about Tammy?
You can talk to Sam, the mayor's daughter. Your name is also Sam.
Yeah.
Two Sams working the big case.
Yep.
I have a friend named Rick, too. Great guy.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I suspect she'll be back in no time.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
Just some kids trying to anger their parents. No need to worry about them. Apparently, adulthood starts at 35 these days.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Best thing that happened to this town. We're finally on the map.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
No.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
She wanted to move out and stand on her own legs. Unlike my other daughter, who's content to live off me forever. Anyway, don't worry about the fire. It was just an old trailer. She wasn't even inside. Nothing of value was lost.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing.
See, the dog's barking again, you're right. But I don't seem to know what is it barking at.
Gas for the motor.
Thinking more like gas for the fire, but okay.
Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames.
I don't understand why that's a big deal. Yeah, we're not allowed on the PC this time.
Tammy's paintings were taken out of their frames.
That friggin' dog's going off again. Oi, wingnut, what's going on? What are you barking at? What if I stand here? I think maybe he's just barking at me for being inside the houses. Okay, to Mary Lynn Taylor. Maria, my love, I cannot live in this hellhole a minute longer without you. You must find some money to come to Spain and live with me. Arrange for everything. You need to send money to my account and I'll buy you the tickets. Your future husband, Diego. Messages pouring to heart, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I can't bear this life without you any longer. I can't find the money to be together soon. I will kill myself. Who the hell? What? I think we need to go talk to Mary again. Okay, Drug Rehabilitation Center for Tammy Taylor. Okay, short-term opioid abuse. Ooh.
Tammy was admitted to rehab.
Maybe we should go to rehab. Hang on there, doggo. I'm assuming Cash Manor is where the mayor lives, right? So, we've got the rehabilitation center up here. The dog is no lassie. Jim, good evening. We could ask this fellow about the device if he knows anything about it.
I'm watching you.
I have... What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Looks a lot like the stuff they use at the pipeline construction.
All right, okay.
What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
She never mentioned it.
Imagine she's just at the rehab center, nobody knew.
Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
I don't pay attention to small stuff.
This guy's a bit of an ass, but he doesn't know much. Look, mate, I don't know what you do. Talk.
What do you think, boy?
Ah!
There's been a shooting at the pipeline.
Make sure, the dog, make sure you follow those footsteps to see where it leads.
Tammy's... What can you tell me about this device?
Man, this dog knew everything.
Found at Tammy's burnt house.
We need to go back to the garage man, don't we? First of all, town hall.
Laura Carter, the town clerk, works at the bank.
A vote for me is a vote for America.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
I think they've written the game, I think.
Welcome to Twin Lakes, Mr. Jukes.
Right.
Could you tell me your name and address?
We can skip the formalities, Detective. I'm sure you made your research before coming here.
Well, yeah, the car ride was kind of...
I don't know if it's based off true crime.
Look at the road, so...
Never mind that. I'm Deborah Cash. I live at Cash Manor near the Moose Lake. It's a private road. I'd appreciate it if you stayed clear.
You bet, ma'am. What can you tell me about yourself?
So she won't let me near the house.
I'm the mayor of Twin Lakes. You could call me Senator Cash if you don't want to wait until the midterms.
I can wait. What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
Thanks to my business-friendly policies, Twin Lakes is well on her way to becoming the new center of commerce and industry in the state.
That's quite an achievement, ma'am.
Sarcasm doesn't suit you, Detective. You should stick to being professional.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We were so heartbroken to hear about Miss Taylor's case. I'm sure with your help, our local PD will find her in no time.
Have you been looking for her too?
I've authorized the sheriff to use every resource our town has to find Miss Taylor as soon as possible.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Unfortunately, I'm quite busy with the election campaign to help you out on that.
Who would know more about Tammy?
We are a tightly knit community of hard workers here in Twin Lakes. With cooperation and determination, we can overcome this situation.
Well, you
Ash talks like a true politician.
That doesn't really answer my question. What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I don't suspect anyone. That's your job, Detective.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil Group?
They are nothing more than a globalist conspiracy to destroy our economy. It's all in my campaign website.
Do you really think that?
I think what the voters expect me to think.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Thanks to my efforts, the oil company changed course and decided to build the pipeline in Twin Lakes. Land value has been doubled, even tripled. Not to mention all the jobs that were created. It's the best thing that happened in this town.
Won't the town be demolished?
Only the old unnecessary parts. Rest will be made great again in short time.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
I don't know what liberal craphole you're from, but owning guns and shooting them is legal in Twin Lakes County.
That's not what I asked at all.
I can read between the lines.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
Our volunteer fire department took care of that in no time, once again proving we don't need that big government overhead dragging us down. Twin Lakes takes care of its own.
What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
Nothing.
Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
No.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, she was a helpful one. Right, the mechanic should be able to give us some information on the device is what I'm hoping.
Light rain is the...
I have more questions.
Shoot!
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
If I had my holding arm, I could take it apart and tell you what's in it. I know it's not exactly
gotta go find the freaking...
Get my arm back from Scott Cooper at the bar. I'd be really grateful. Feel free to grab whatever you need from the garage in the house. You might need it.
There's friggin' nothing in here for me. Okay, so I need to go get his arm back, which I believe is... probably here at Wolf Rock. Right, well, we're heading that way anyways.
Whoa! Fire! Can't do that.
What the frig am I supposed to put it out with?
Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Right. We'll be back.
You don't look like you need rehab.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
Oh. Hello, handsome.
Could you tell me your name and address?
I'm Angela Carter. I live with my mom at the Old Mill Road. It's the cream-colored house behind the town hall.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I run the rehab. I just work all day saving people from drugs.
You sound very humble.
You like that, don't you?
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It's an okay town. Not everywhere has people like me working for the community. Twin Lakes is so lucky.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We're cousins, but we're close like sisters. She always got along with everybody. I can't imagine anyone not liking her.
Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
Not really. It's been a normal week.
Who would know more about Tammy?
She knows the seedy underbelly of this innocent-looking town better than anybody. I'm just joking. She hangs out with the oil activists. It's her latest cause.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
I don't believe anybody from the town would hurt her. If something bad happened to her, it must be from those out-of-towners. Maybe those oil people kidnapped her.
What makes you think that?
It's just like the plot of Angry 88. They kidnapped this brilliant woman scientist because she has so much dirt on the company.
Does she get away?
No, she dies.
We don't
Tammy
have
would find
any
a way
new
to escape.
information as of
She's
yet.
very resourceful. Don't worry.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They're so serious and annoying.
I found a device in
I
a
hope
burnt
Tammy
down
gets
home,
over that and finds a
but
different
I need to go
copy.
find the arm of the mechanic.
You're not worried about half the town getting destroyed?
I'll just move away. Plus, they're paying everybody so much money to buy their land. They offered us twice the market value for my mother's house.
That's interesting.
That's why nobody cares about the pipeline. We'll move away to bigger houses in St. Newman's.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
Not much.
Did you hear gunshots coming from the oil pipeline last night?
No.
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It was so weird. There was a loud bang, and then it went up in flames.
So you've heard an explosion.
I guess.
What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
You're not supposed to ask that. It's a local town business. Plus, you can't come in here and dig around. You'd need a warrant for that, and you can't get one. It's super complicated and very hard to get.
I can get one pretty easily.
Just don't. She's not here, I promise.
I'd like to see for myself. Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
She must have thrown them out. They were terrible. Just some random lines. I love her, but she's a terrible artist.
Okay. We need to get a warrant for this place then.
This is a private area.
Right, we'll go see if we can find the missing arm first so the mechanic can tell us what the bomb is. Hang on, there's somebody over here we've not met.
Man, get the fuck away from me!
Who does he think he is?
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask
His
you a
hat's
few
too big for his
questions
head.
about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
What?
Could you tell me your name and address?
I ain't telling you shit.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Alright,
I need to get permission or obtain a warrant to enter this house.
we clearly need to beat the crap out of that guy, but we'll do that later. Yeah, the wolves has the guy's arm. Well, the drunk, the bar guy took it out with him for some stupid reason, and he reckons the wolves took it.
It's the famous Wolf Rock. It's the famous Wolf Rock.
So I don't know if we're just looking for an arm in the floor or what. Thought it might be a little bit more obvious. Suppose that's forestry area down there as well. Right, well, we'll go up to this pipeline. Obviously, finding the arm is not particularly easy yet. Not even flinching. Okay, so it looks like there's nobody up here.
You look angry.
Hi, I'm Detective Sammy Jukes. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Tammy Taylor's disappearance.
You're not here to arrest me.
Arrest you? Why do I need to arrest
Could you
you?
tell me your name and address?
My name is Aiden Long. I live at my parents' house at Moose Street. They're not home. Sorry.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I sell the lumber. I mean, I try to. My father was the owner of the lumber yard. Now, I just sit here.
What happened to your father?
Oh, they just packed up and moved to Thailand one day. Left me here on my own.
What can you tell me about Twin Lakes?
It was a quiet town before all that constructions and activists flooded in.
What can you tell me about Tammy Taylor, the missing woman?
We used to date in high school. Then she left for college and never called. Not that I mind. It's okay. I got my own things going on right now. Lots of woodwork. Yeah.
Have you seen or
Maybe
heard
he's a
anything
disgruntled
unusual
ex-boyfriend?
lately that might be related to Tammy's disappearance?
I wish I did. I've been searching for her all over the place.
Have you seen?
I wish I...
Before I already asked
Who
that
would
one.
know more about Tammy?
I do. I think. We were really close once.
What do you suspect happened to Tammy?
It wasn't me, I swear.
It wasn't me.
I know. I would suspect me too. People tell me that I have quiet murderer vibes.
How so?
Like I'm going to snap one day and just start killing unsuspecting women on isolated roads. I swear, I won't.
What can you tell me about the No More Oil group?
They seem okay, but my dad said don't join them, so I can't.
What can you tell me about the oil pipeline construction in town?
I try to not go there. You know, all those heavy machines look dangerous.
Did you hear?
I don't have...
Do you know anything about Tammy's house burning down?
It's so surprising. She didn't even have a stove. How could something like that happen? Good thing she wasn't home.
How do you know?
I was just in the area and saw her leave the trailer. It's not stalking. I just check up on her sometimes.
What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
When did that happen? I can't believe I missed that.
If she did, you would certainly know.
I would.
Some of
So the
Tammy's
rehab thing
paintings
looks a bit
are
strange
missing.
now.
Have you seen them?
Missing? No! I'll go looking for them, don't worry.
Please just stay there.
It looks...
Right, we know we got to find the arm. The drunk guy just said it was up in the woods. Where's Doggo?
Scott says a wolf took off with a prosthetic arm. Scott.
What does Earl think of that? Why is he saying that?
The fire.
You look.
I have.
Well,
Where did?
like I said.
What do you? Where did?
Like I said, you.
Yeah. So who the hell is L? Who's L? Scott, Aiden. Hey, Rusi, good evening. Hey, Chloe, good evening. It says to go back and speak to him again. That's what the dog said.
I'm okay.
I have.
Shoot.
Scott says a wolf took off with a prosthetic arm.
Those damn wolves again. I bet we can still get the arm. That thing is very durable. There's a place called the Wolf Rock in the forest. That's where the wolves hang out. Put a chicken there as bait and wait for the wolf to come. It'll lead you right to its den.
You want me to hunt a wolf using a chicken to get your prosthetic arm? Does that sound like detective work to you?
I know it sounds kind of silly, but I swear it's going to work. Then we can go on all kinds of two-armed adventures together. Solving crimes, repairing cars, holding a fork and knife at the same time. You name it.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
The Wolf Rock is located out of town. Just follow the north road and you'll see it after you pass the farms. Chickens across the red farm belong to our family. Grab one on your way there. There's a huge sign that says Wolf Rock. You can't miss it.
Okay, we are going to use a chicken to catch a wolf.
They must have locked up the cows.
I thought he said red farm was his. Well, we'll go to the chicken farm.
Don't worry, little guy. You won't get hurt.
Yeah. Not much.
The fox ran this way. It's Earl's missing arm.
Okay, we got his arm. That's good.
You want?
I have.
Shoot.
I have the prosthetic arm.
I can't thank you enough. I won't ever forget what you did.
What can you tell me about this device I found at Tammy's burnt house?
Hey, wait a minute. I know what this is. A while back, old Jim Bob asked me to show him how to make a little explosive. He was going to use it to expand his bunker. This is the exact same design.
Jim Bob.
I think this is what caused Miss Taylor's house to explode.
Aw, shoot. Well, if you want to talk to old JB, he lives in this bunker way up in the forest north of the town. He can be a mean SOB, just a heads up.
What do you think, boy?
Dog, what is wrong with you?
What to do next?
Okay, so he says somebody in the bunker, which I'm assuming this is the bunker. I'm not going to worry about him just yet. I think while we're here, let's get the warrant for the mental home, and we'll see what they have to say, and then that's where we might lead it today. It did look more like a fox and a wolf, I'll admit to that too. Let's see if there's a fire extinguisher in here, maybe too.
I'll never forgive these people.
I can put out fires with this. What do you know about Tammy's stay in rehab?
My Tammy doesn't do drugs. That must have been a mistake.
I found the documents at your house.
I'm telling you, it must be a mistake.
Maybe she never told
See, it's
you
a bit
about
weird.
it?
A few people don't think she does drugs.
She told me everything.
There's something dodgy going on in that rehab center.
I have more.
Oh.
Some of Tammy's paintings are missing. Have you seen them?
Her friend Samantha took them. She needed them for some project they were working on.
I haven't found this Samantha yet either. Alright, let's get a warrant.
Can I help you with?
I have.
Of course.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search Angela Carter's house and the rehab facilities.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant to the person you want to search.
Samantha is the streamer. A great memory you have. Alright, let's put out the fire first.
I can break wood panels with this.
Oh, well, one thing always leads to another.
Do you need help?
I have more questions. Angela Carter, I have a warrant to search your house and workplace.
You just want to see where I sleep, don't you?
Well, I have suspicions that you're hiding evidence.
We'll see.
Could you tell me your name?
I'm Angela Carter. I live with my mom at the Old Mill Road. It's the cream-colored house behind the town hall.
Okay, we'll go see her in a minute.
The door is controlled by the keypad.
Well, if I have a warrant, surely I should be allowed in every place. That makes no sense.
I have. What's the code to the back room?
Oh, it's just an empty room. Don't waste your time. Go have fun. Do something else. Live your best life.
What's the code?
Oh, live.
She's not going to give me the code. Okay, let's go.
I knew you would return.
Let's go have a look at her house quickly. So, the cream house behind the town hall. There's a lot of lucky 8 balls and the number 8. I wonder is the code 8888. It won't let me guess though. So there's been nothing here. That makes no sense. Why would it say I could search a house if there was nothing? All very odd.
A mysterious stranger walks in to speak to the fair maiden.
I am a genius. Buongiorno, we just want to confirm that cover is virtual 8-day Italy tour in March. Okay, Tammy Taylor. From Angela to Tammy. You know I love you, you're my favourite cousin, and you know I don't care about the oil stuff. Stop sending me these no more oil newsletters. I hope that we're getting bored. I hope that you get bored of this soon and take up a new cause.
So Tammy wasn't in rehab after all.
I'm writing this mail to inform you that the board has voted to launch an investigation into the Twin Lakes Rehabilitation Center. It appears that the number of patients that apply for the state welfare program for your county exceeds the number of people living there. Also, these patients were released after 14 days, which is the exact time our system covers their fees. Please help investigation by proving proof of these patients' existence if you fail to comply. Okay, so she was breaking the law, making up.
Tammy wasn't in rehab after all.
This lady is fishy.
I have more questions.
You just can't stay away, can you?
It seems that there are a lot of discrepancies in your financial records.
You're so nosy. Oh my god. You're like a peeping Tom. Okay, whatever. Tammy wasn't in rehab. I mean, maybe she should have been. She took pills from time to time.
You've been scamming the town?
It's not all a scam, okay? I did try to help people. There just wasn't enough of them to make any money. If you're really angry about drugs, just talk to Dale Jr., who lives in the woods behind us. He supplies everybody, including Tammy. You could forget about those mails.
Okay, I'll check him out.
Okay, that was the guy that wouldn't talk to us before.
I don't know. I have more questions.
Huh?
Could you tell me? Dale Walker Jr., I have reason to believe you sold illegal drugs to Tammy Taylor.
That's a libel, slander, and a defamation rolled up in a single joint, man. I've never seen that messy-haired, long-faced chick in my life. It's not like I'm inviting all them girls to my trailer. They find me. They can't stay away. What am I supposed to say? Get out, bitch? Shit, you'll never catch me doing that. I'm a gentleman.
Gentleman.
Right, I'll just get a warrant and search your trailer.
Man, you're violating my civil rights.
Alright, we'll search his trailer as the last thing we do today. You know, somebody wouldn't have buried her in the cemetery, would they? Holy crap, I think I found her.
Here lies Charlie Lake. Here lies Charlie Lake.
How do I get to dig that up? Oh man, she's dead, isn't she? Well, hopefully I didn't just blow the whole story before we know. But I have a feeling that's where she is.
The sheriff.
I have.
Of course.
Deputy, I'd like to get a warrant to search Dale Walker Jr.'s house.
Okay, the judge issued the warrant. You must serve the warrant.
No, you're only allowed to use it when it tells you can use it, so I need to trigger something that tells me to look in the cemetery. Like all the other things, it pops up. So it's not popping up with anything.
Here lies Charlie Lake.
Yeah, there's something here though. Something will leave us there at some point, I think. Alright, let's just tell this dickhead we're looking in his place.
I have more. Dale Walker Jr., I have a warrant to search your house.
Don't fucking touch my trailer, man. I got nothing under those boards. Shit.
Well, I don't know if that could be anything, but... And this guy lives like a pig.
This panel could break with some force. That's a whole lot of powder sugar for one man. That's a whole lot of powder sugar for one man.
Am I gonna do anything about it?
I found illegal drugs in your trailer.
Shit. Look, I never even talked to this bitch. My fucking dumbass cousin Dave is the go-between. Man, don't you fucking cops talk to each other? Like, did you ask the sheriff about me?
What would he have said?
I'm basically like a deputy or something. Why are you harassing the town snitch? After all the cases that fat fuck sheriff closed thanks to me?
Okay, back to the sheriff.
This is the thanks I get? Shit. Man, never mind. I'm not even angry about this shit. You know what? I can actually help you. You're looking for the famous girl, Tammy. I fucking know what's up. You help me, I'll help you. Deal?
What kind of deal?
I'll tell you when you're ready.
Seems interesting. I could arrest him, but I don't know if that's a good idea yet.
So tell me what you know about Tammy's disappearance.
Sure, I'll tell you. But you gotta do something for me first, though. There's this priest in town. I know he's been pulling some shit, but can't figure out what. He's rich as fuck. But how rich? That's what I want to know. Like, what's he hiding? How come he came to this shit little town?
Tell me now.
You gotta respect the code between the snitch and the dirty cop. Give and take.
I'm not a dirty cop.
Sure. and I've never seen drugs. You get me the dirt on the priest, and I'll give you your girl on a silver platter.
Oh. Who's Dave? We haven't met this Dave yet, did we? Oh, yeah, Dave was the go-between, okay. So, maybe it isn't a body in the cemetery, but basically whatever that priest is hiding must be at the cemetery. So, look, guys, I am going to leave it here. I think we're in a good position. We're wondering what the hell happened to Sammy. And I think what we'll do next is obviously we're going to do the job for him, see what he has to say. We still need to follow those tracks down by the river again, because the dog said so. And we'll see. And that sheriff is definitely dodgy as hell, that's for sure. That he's definitely a dodgy guy. But there you go, we'll leave it there for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Anyone that's watching this back, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try and squeeze this in for another day this week. Probably be... Tuesday or Thursday or something like that. It'll be one or the other. Haven't really worked out my week yet, to be honest with you, but we'll do it one of the days, and we'll try and finish the... Yes, I know, boy. I know. We'll try and finish the story then, and see if we can find out what's really happened in this little town. But yeah, I think it's definitely something to do with the sheriff. The sheriff is definitely dodgy, I think. But yeah, see you later.